What is up, woke family? It's your boy Woke Bucks, and I'm back again with another live stream video. Guys, listen, we have a lot to cover in this live stream tonight. This live stream might be 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 or 5. It depends on how long we're gonna keep it going. Listen, we will be doing a 24-hour stream at a point in time. I don't know when yet, but listen, we're gonna get into this stream in a couple of minutes. You know what I'm saying? A couple seconds actually. A couple of the videos we will be talking about is in regards to Trump's invasion in Mar-a-Lago. Right, we're going to get into that. I'm going to give you my honest thoughts and my opinions. We're going to talk about worldly topics today that are happening. We're going to talk about Ms. Griner's 9-year sentence in war zone right now. We're going to talk about a lot of things that are happening in the world right now. So first and foremost, let's get into this Trump video, and then from there, I'll give you all my thoughts. Let's get it.
Trump is now pushing back on the former President Trump is now pushing back on the Washington Post report that the FBI was searching for paperwork related to nuclear weapons at his home in Florida. Trump posted this message to his social media platform a short time ago, calling the...
So let's read the message real quick that former President Trump posted to his social media. The nuclear weapons issue is a hoax, just like Russia was a hoax. 2 impeachments were a hoax. The Mueller investigation was a hoax, and much more. This right here, guys, this goes to show you that in the society in which we live in, people believe that the president of the United States has the power to be able to control all of the things that are going on in society, right? But the reality is that people don't realize that there's a higher power, and I'm not talking about God, but I'm talking about the elites in this situation, which is the world government, that are controlling everything that is happening in society. And if you're not woke enough to be able to see those things, you will never know that something's actually and truly going on. This is why we got to be awake. We can't afford to sleep in this matrix. You understand? Let's continue in this video.
Nuclear weapons issue, quote, hoax. He compared it to other investigations during his presidency and made another reference to his baseless claim of agents planting evidence. Attorney General Merrick Garland announced yesterday that he's pushing to make the search warrant the FBI used to enter Mar-a-Lago public. And Donald Trump has said that he won't stand in the way of that. It's an unusual move, as no charges have actually been filed. So we want to bring in CBS News Chief Election and Campaign Correspondent Robert Costa for more on this. So, Robert, you know, with all these sort of calls for more transparency, unsealing the warrant is one thing, but why not unseal the affidavit? We get more information out of that.
Good morning. This is a delicate moment, legally and politically, highly unusual for an active attorney general to weigh in on an ongoing investigation, but he felt compelled to do so because of the fervor in different quarters about how this FBI search unfolded earlier this week. You raise a good question about the affidavit, the foundational evidence that leads to the search warrant. Because of the fragility of this legal and political moment, there's a reluctance to do too much, it appears, on the side of the Justice Department, but they want to do more than is usually done in the sense of releasing the search warrant. They gave the former president an opportunity to fight the release of the search warrant in court, but when cases are ongoing, investigations are ongoing, affidavits are rarely given out unless there are charges and it's going to trial. This is an ongoing investigation that's nowhere near that stage, it appears. And so what they're doing is seeming to agree at this point that they're not going to fight the search warrant, but the search warrant could be quite bare bones. The
thing is that in this situation regarding Trump, I'm surprised that he doesn't want to fight the search warrant, but at the same time as well, too, it might be because he believes that he might potentially countersue them, right? Which is obviously the government for invading his home. But guys, this is one thing we have to understand, woke family, right? And for those people who plan on eventually owning real estate in the future, whether it's your home or multiple houses or apartments, whatever, this is why you have to be listen to me carefully, right, woke family? This is why you have to be very, very careful not to piss off the government, because if you piss off the government, they can come back after your land. You understand? And it just goes to show you that I'm not knocking anybody who wants to eventually end up getting into real estate. It's a very, very good way to be able to make your money. But one advice I will give you, I'm not going to tell you not to own property. I'm not going to tell you that. What I will advise you to do is to put it under an LLC and a C corporation. Start building off of those two things. Once you put that property under an LLC, they can't fully come after you per se. They have to come after the LLC, which is supposed to be a corporate veil to protect you, right? So you put it under an LLC, then you put it under a C corporation, then you can go up the ranks as corporation. You can put it under so many other titles that are going to be able to protect you against the government trying to pierce the corporate veil by getting to you. They can't do that anymore once you put it under those legal titles. You understand? Because those legal titles are what are protecting you through entrepreneurship. Let's continue though.
Not much information about the evidence that led to it.
Well, as you heard, the former president put out a statement saying he wants to see the warrant unsealed. But sometimes, you know, the former president gets ahead of his lawyers. If his lawyers wanted to fight this, would they be able to?
We will have to wait until 3 p.m. today to see if they formally oppose it. It appears the former president and his legal team, based on these Truth Social statements, have decided not to fight the unsealing of the search warrant, to the point I made about it maybe being a pretty basic document, an outline of why the Justice Department and FBI showed up at Mar-a-Lago, because there was interest in documents there. But beyond the interest in documents, it could be quite vague in terms of what it says about the content of different presidential records that they might have been seeking. We do know that they have been looking for classified documents, sensitive documents. The Washington Post, with its reporting on nuclear documents of some sort being pursued. All of this goes back to the original onus of the case, which is a concern that the former president took documents to his private residence that were records that should not be kept in an unsafe way at a private home.
All right, Robert Costa, thank you very much.